And we're live.
Sup,
What's up,
guys?
Weekend Warrior?
You go first.
Oh, thank you. What's up, Weekend Warriors, and welcome back to another Weekend Dojo with your host, El Chizo Reviews, and standing
Sometimes
in for
being
Kenny.
candidates, but right now I'm going by DJ Red.
I love how you're doing like the whole expressive hands thing.
I'll do it for the rest of the night.
It's very good. It helps us, get the gist of what you're saying. So tonight the main attraction is going to be Godzilla's Revenge. But as always, we're going to get into the current episode of the most recent episode of the current Kamen Rider series,
Yes,
and
Kamen
that
Rider
would be Kamen Rider Build.
episode 2.
There's a weird time skip thing or something. So, firstly and foremostly, wow, they're dropping the heavy shit early.
Yeah, they are. They're already getting into murder.
Yeah, Ryuga, the sidekick for this series, uh, found out that this girl he liked was being targeted and to be turned into a smash. That's going to be very difficult for people to get their heads around without giggling here in the West. So they go to try to rescue. They essentially, Ryuga steals a bike, escapes from the lab, goes out hunting, trying to find the people who were after her, runs into Night Rogue, and reveals that he has turned this girl into a smash and that she's spitting fire. She don't want to spit fire at him. She tries to stop herself.
Right.
But, orders are orders. So Build shows up with a brand new bottle, a vacuum bottle. Reminds me of vacuum tubes that go on the really good amplifiers.
Right.
Anyway.
I have a question. So,
yeah.
In terms of the vacuum bottle, am I the only one who finds this to be a little too obscure for Kamen Rider?
I think they're really pushing it with ideas this time.
Yes, they are. I mean, X8 was great with the band. That's you're just mixing two random things together. It makes sense.
Very fair.
I mean, rabbit.
Personally, though, again, I kind of like that they're doing weird shit this time. I like the weirdness.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'll give you that
suits...
much. I do like it. It's just I'm still trying to comprehend it.
I don't think this is one meant to be comprehended. The main character is a physicist.
That's true.
Probably that quantum physics, which I struggle to comprehend to begin with. Anything can happen at any time for no reason, essentially. But anyhow, Build stops the smash, is able to separate the essence of the smash from the girl while she dissipates because she's been poisoned by Night Rogue. And as she dissipates, Build defeats the essence of the smash and bottles it. And that is later revealed to be, in what I think the funniest scene of that was, Botoru.
Oh yeah, the dragon.
Yeah, the dragon. Ryu for Ryuga.
Now, one of the weirdest things I found to be weird about this episode was the fact that all the soldiers are able to turn into a giant monster robot thing.
Well, they are robots.
Yeah, but I've never seen it where they've taken hundreds of people to form a super robot.
Mecha anime has been going that way for a while. I say that as a member of the fandom.
You're gonna have to show me these because I don't remember any mecha doing something like that.
Dairuger.
Okay, I'll look it up later.
Anyway, firstly, they did mention that one of the characters that was going to be like a rider armored character was going to have a dragon full bottle.
Mm-hmm.
Ryuga is now in possession of.
The secondary rider, right?
That's what I'm thinking.
You know, I
And he's
also
going to be.
got some subtle Kamen Rider Ichigo vibes from this episode with the chemistry between the two main characters. The whole I felt like they were like they were symbolized to Nigo and Ichigo, because remember what we're talking about in this is they're doing the whole gimmick of an evil organization, remodeled them. I think they're going back to the Showa type storyline.
But they've been doing that since Drive.
No, but like an evil organization has remodeled them into what they are, haven't been used in a while.
Well, think about it this way. In Drive, one of the main characters was a robot, very much how like the original riders were cyborgs.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, Chaser, right?
Yeah. Machine
Okay.
Chaser, Kamen Rider Chase. Then, well, you've got Ghost, who directly brought Ichigo into the modern era with his new form.
Yeah, that was cool. I loved that. But yeah, I'm just saying this one is taking a lot of civil liberties of being like Ichigo, in my opinion. A mix of Ichigo and Double.
Yeah, those are probably the two most successful series.
Mm-hmm. I think I'm really going to enjoy Build because I do love the plot. I love Double, and I love the plot to Kamen Rider Ichigo.
Fair enough.
And then you got that Kiva-looking villain who's called the Batman.
Night Rogue.
Night Rogue? Okay.
Okay, so I did get like a tone for the weirdness this time around.
Mm-hmm. I mean, they had a zipper joke in last episode.
Yeah. So we've discovered that Night Rogue is also in possession of this bottle technology.
Mm-hmm.
And he's able to recognize that certain bottles go better together than others.
Right.
Because he realized that Build was not using a best match. He was using two random bottles.
Right. Thinking their best match.
I think he was just throwing the new power in.
Okay. Because he says best match a lot.
Well, he's not the one who said. Well, he says best match a lot, yes, but his belt is the one that actually says best match when it's a best match.
Okay, yeah.
So there is definitely, even though it's like on the label, there's definitely going to be like a big element in this show of finding out which bottles work best with each other, kind of like how O's worked, in combos.
Yeah, with the medallions,
medals.
Mm-hmm. Is that it? Oh, what you got any predictions for the next episode? Oops. I put batteries in this, by the way. Yeah, do you have any predictions for the next episode?
Well, I don't think Ryuga's going to become a rider immediately. I think they're going to stretch this like at least another episode.
Right.
But there's going to be a lot centered around the dragon bottle.
Mm-hmm. By the way,
I don't.
Comment, this is the original fidget spinner. The amount of functionality it has to it. Well, on that side note, you want to jump into Godzilla's Revenge?
Yeah, why don't you give us the rundown?
Okay, a basic synopsis of Godzilla's Revenge. Godzilla's Revenge is basically about this kid who's bullied, and then when he's chased off into this one area, he falls into a trance and wakes up in Monster Island and learns how to overcome his bullying from Baby Godzilla, or from Godzilla, who's training Baby Godzilla to fight this monster that's been bullying him. The whole movie's pretty much anti-bullying propaganda. That's the basic gist of it without giving anything away.
The Baby Godzilla gives me nightmares.
I can agree with you on that. That face. Have you heard the dubbing?
It's like it's like some horrible Jim Henson backwash. Just
he sounds like Barney, if you notice in the dubbing.
Yep.
Like, it sounds like Bowser the Clown mixed with Barney. Oh wait, there's no difference there.
Yeah.
At least someone else agrees with me on that. And remember his rings he shoots out of his atomic rings?
Yeah.
Among the Godzilla fandom, this is not really the most famous movie, but I hold it as a near dear to my heart just because it's one of the movies I watched months ago.
It's a very interesting movie. It is not my favorite, to be honest, though.
No, not at all. But it's one of the ones as a kid was my favorite. My opinion has deeply changed since 2002.
Fair enough.
But I will always hold it near and dear to my heart as a good Godzilla movie to turn your mind off and watch.
That's a very fair opinion to have.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I could tear it apart easily, but yeah. Do you have any opinions on this movie?
I don't care for it. If I had to put all the Godzilla movies in a list from best to worst, this would be kind of towards the end.
Is it at least better than 1998?
It is much better than 1998 by a wide margin.
Yes. High five.
Yeah, I don't want to smack my camera.
But honestly, I thought I had more to talk about on the subject of that. Do you remember the name of the monster that they fought in it?
I don't.
Is that the only time that monster ever appeared?
I honestly don't remember.
That's sad. Well, we can also expand upon other Godzilla movies just to fill up time, because I don't think there's much we can say about that one.
Very true. Honestly, I think I think Toei's Godzilla movies consistently get better as time goes on.
Toho? Or you said Toei?
Sorry,
Yeah,
Toho. Toho.
Okay. Now, what Godzilla movie do you want to talk about now? I'll let you decide.
Have we already covered Godzilla versus King Kong or King Kong versus Godzilla?
We have not.
Are you sure? Because I swear we have.
We briefly mentioned it, but we never talked about it. Oh wait,
no, we have gone over it.
We did talk about it once because we were talking about Kong Skull Island, and then we went into King Kong versus Godzilla. And we talked about the tree and all that. So yeah, you're right. Ooh,
yeah.
One we should absolutely talk about: Godzilla. What was it? The original. Let's do the original Godzilla now. The one that where it all started.
It's pretty straightforward. It was cruising off of the fear at the time of nuclear radiation. And so they turned that fear of nuclear radiation into a monster.
Mm-hmm.
And that, in this first movie, Godzilla was in fact a dangerous force. It was a giant monster with bent on the destruction of Japan.
Now,
and the military had to stop it.
Continuity-wise, how did Godzilla become good?
He is neither good nor evil.
Right. How did he become like a force of nature, though? Like, how did he start fighting monsters that invaded his territory and stuff? Is that what it was? It's just like territorial defense?
It's just territorial defense. He's got dibs.
On Japan, on Tokyo Bay. Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, so
senses a monster coming to invade Tokyo.
Well, like I said, if he feels that his source of life, radiation, is threatened, he will defend it regardless of whether or not he's coming to someone's aid.
Now, I do have a question about Toho. Has Toho made any other giant monster movies other than just Godzilla and Attack on Titan?
Well, they made the movies and the individual movies of the monsters Godzilla fought.
Yeah, there was Mothra, Ghidorah,
Rodan.
Was War of the Gargantuas a Toho production?
I can't remember.
Can you look that up for me?
Okay, War of the what?
Gargantuas.
Gargantuans? Gargantuas.
Yeah.
War of the Gargantuas. Oh. Let me have a look.
Power Rangers.
It's that. Yeah, that was Toho.
Yes. Have you seen it? I have not seen it yet, but
I have not.
Let's make it our goal to watch it this coming week and review it next week, or talk about it next week.
Okay.
So next week we will continue. Just a heads up. Next week we are going to be talking about another giant monster movie by Toho called War of the Gargantuas. It'll be a continuation on Kaiju for the night. Tonight's Kaiju talk. Sound good?
Sounds good to me.
All right. Now, here's the next kaiju movie that we're gonna give our opinions on. Let me take this helmet off. It's starting to get foggy.
Anyway, I'm thinking. How about we do Smog Monster?
Smog Monster. Tell me about it. I have not seen that one.
Neither have I. That's why I want to do it.
Oh, okay. Well, what do you know about it?
It's an anti-pollution film.
Mm-hmm. I noticed that a lot of the kaiju movies of the Showa era had some sort of message to it, or public service message involved in it.
Well, yeah, because essentially giant monsters represent the worst possible freaking scenario.
Yeah. Like Chernobyl. But yeah, what does the monster in it look like?
Smog.
Smog? Oh, so it's just it's like a cloud?
Kinda. At first.
And it has no form?
Yeah, it's kind of mushy.
Okay. How are they able to pull that off? Like
Not well.
Was it just random smoke machines put around the set that they blew on?
No, there was a clear costume.
You're serious?
Mm-hmm.
So it was just a plastic costume, like a rubber suit that was molded to look like smoke, and he just bombarded through a city.
Well, it's one of them flying monsters. So there was invisible wire involved.
Did they at least have smoke machines attached to the suits?
I don't know. I have not seen it.
Okay, but you've seen pictures of it. I actually might want to watch this now because this looks like it's not one of Toho's bests, and it's just gonna be a laughable movie.
From what I hear, it is actually a pretty good one.
Oh, okay. Well, then I might enjoy it then. But yeah, what would you say is Toho's worst movie? That should just be forgotten, if any.
I don't think there's any.
Well, as Toku-CHAT-Su fans, we would agree on that. But a lot of anime fans can definitely name one they want to forget. You want to guess what it is?
If it was actually made by Toho, I doubt that.
But no one has any knowledge that it was made by Toho, or because, again, how many people know the origin of?
Oh, fair enough.
It was Attack on Titan, which I think was a great kaiju film, like absolutely brilliant kaiju film. Production value, effects, plot, everything was great about it. I mean, there were a few dumb things in it, but the thing was, the reason why it bombed was because people were looking at it as an anime adaptation of manga and anime, not as a kaiju film. And I think that's why it did great in Japan, was because the fact that people were watching it a kaiju film. Watching a kaiju film is like going to watch an Avengers movie in the theater. In Japan, going to see a kaiju film is like watching a Marvel movie, right?
Yeah, very fair. That's probably inaccurate.
Here, watching a kaiju film in the theaters is going to be compared to something like Sharknado. It's just the culture different. So I think just because of the amount of fans of Attack on Titan there are, I think that hatred wise, that is probably the worst kaiju film by Toho, just because the amount of fans that there are of the anime.
Yeah, I think though it's like kind of the prerequisite for enjoying that movie though was to be into kaiju films, also be into Attack on Titan, and have a knowledge of the origins of the story.
Right. Well, the thing is that it barely followed the story. It made its own continuity. The creator Shinji. Let's see, I have my manga over here. I can tell you. Creator was helped with writing the screenplay and was monitoring the movie as it was made, and he's actually partially responsible for all the major changes that deviate from the source of the manga. Did you know that?
I did not.
Yes, and also the movie was in production 2 years before the anime was released in Japan. Because the anime came out, and I want to say it was 2011. The production of the film started in 2009 when the manga was just starting out.
Interesting.
Yes. So there wasn't a full story set up yet, just a basic concept, and the reason why they couldn't. There were a lot of changes. Like, for example, in the original source of Attack on Titan, the characters were German, and Mikasa was the only Asian character in there, because apparently the Asian race is like rare now. But in the movie version, everyone is Japanese, and what they did was they set it up like a post-apocalyptic, post-World War II dystopia type society that has resented technology because according to the military or the government, it led to nothing but violence and hate.
Oh, so, Amish.
Well, sort of. The military is the only people that have guns and stuff. Everyone else lives as like farmers and farm people, kind of like what you would see in Hobbitville or in the Shire. And
I see.
The thing is, the government though is run by people. The movie goes into a government conspiracy type thing, because like the general who's the head of the army, who is respectfully played by one of the lead actors in Shin Godzilla, was actually the Colossal Titan.
I see.
Yes, so there was a big plot twist in part 2 where it's actually people in the military and heads of the government who were actually Titans, and what they do is they control the society through fear. And it's kind of like if Kim Jong-un had all the power in the world type scenario.
Don't know if we should be treading there. Seems like a bit of a hot button subject, honestly.
Sorry, that was just an attempt at a bad joke.
So this is clearly not for fans of the anime.
No, it is not. It is solely meant for fans of just kaiju films and Toku-CHAT-Su in general. If you like, YouTuber Titan Goji, who's a big Toku-CHAT-Su, who's like well known in the Toku-CHAT-Su community of YouTube, as far as I know, he has done several videos justifying why Attack on Titan is a good kaiju film, even though a lot of fans fail to realize the point of why this movie is different. But I think that's just a cultural difference thing of why a lot of people don't quite understand the movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I can see that.
I do. If you have any interest in watching, I definitely recommend checking it out. There are 2 parts. Part 1 is called Attack on Titan. second part is called Attack on Titan: The End of the World.
Alrighty.
It is directed by Shinji Higuchi, I think his name is. He's the director of Shin Godzilla.
Oh, that's going to be interesting.
Yeah, and if you like Shin Godzilla, I think you will like Attack on Titan even more, because Attack on Titan has a lot more action-based kaiju scenes put into it than Shin Godzilla did. So remember, Shin Godzilla was more focused on the people's hysteria of Godzilla, like the original was.
Yeah.
Whereas Attack on Titan is more focused on military versus Titans type thing. And the soundtrack, believe it or not, to Attack on Titan, the movie, was directed or was composed by the soundtrack composer of Neon Genesis Evangelion. But the thing is, he uses he knows this is a monster movie, so what he does is he tries to replicate the Showa era style monster movie music you hear in a Godzilla film, kind of that Akira what's the name Ifukube made popular with Godzilla. You know, like with the big trump, the dun 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 type thing with the marching band instruments, and have that like trumpet playing. He does very well replicating that Showa era type music feel, which I think Shinji Higuchi often likes to use in his films, because being a big Toku-CHAT-Su fan himself, he likes to his goal is to modernize that style with mixing modern effects, Tokusatsu effects, which you will see is done a whole lot in this movie. Like the Colossal Titan is a puppet, but that's been controlled like this with green screen suits, and then what they do is they CG smoke over him and all that as he's like yelling over the wall and all that and breaking it down.
Interesting. I kind of want to see this now.
Oh yes, definitely watch it. If you've seen don't watch it with an anime manga adaptation aspect though. It is entirely meant to be its own thing. It's again,
I will keep that in mind.
A new take on the concept of Attack on Titan. That's literally what it is.
Okie doke. So, I'll give it a watch at some point.
Definitely. You can also buy it on DVD at Walmart now, both Part 1 and Part 2, and it is dubbed by the anime voice cast of Attack on Titan. You just have to go into the DVD settings and set it to English dub, because it's automatically set on English dub, so you have to set it to dub in the language settings. But that's most Funimation.
I think I prefer to watch the sub.
Then just press play. Then you should be fine. We had all Funimation DVDs of live action films have English dub in the language options, but they're not automatically set.
All right, well, I'll have to give it a look. I'll probably just watch it online, though, to be honest.
Yeah, just do it. You can do that, too. You can find the sub easy on kissasian.com.
I think it's on Netflix.
Oh, it might be. Is it?
That's where I heard it was there.
Well, then, if you have Netflix, watch it there.
All right. Well, then I guess I'll do that.
Yeah.
So,
have anything you want to bring up now?
Yes, costume doodads. So I did actually order the parts for your new belt.
Oh, sweet!
Or at least the parts for the actual core part of it.
Mm-hmm.
The major parts. I got the 3DS XL shell, the case, and the clip.
All right.
I'm gonna need to get some tempered glass screen protectors to put in there so that it looks like a screen. But I will try to do a print of those screens.
Awesome. Thank you.
I've got a business card around here for someone who actually wants to make I can commission the Revuger costumes from the ground up.
Okay.
And I think I'm going to employ his services.
Cool. How is do you have any drawings yet of the Revuger costumes? I want to see what they look like fully. Like
none of them complete.
Okay. Now, will they be using spandex or will they be using more rider-based suits?
They're going to be wearing coveralls or like flight suits.
Flight suits. Okay, so it's kind of like Sentai, but less skin tight.
Yeah.
Okay.
And a little bit more armor.
Mm-hmm. Are you guys gonna have a pose that you guys do, like a roll?
Oh yeah, we've worked out our roll call.
Awesome.
Based off of what we review.
Mm-hmm. So it changes every episode.
Well, no. It's like I review toys. So my roll call is the dreams of children cast in plastic. Otaku Red.
What's your wacky what's your pose movement?
We haven't worked that out fully yet.
Mm-hmm. Gain your force rolls. Gain your force rolls.
My buddy Tabletop Tony,
mm-hmm.
He's getting his channel up and running. Has kind of got ideas, but it's hard to explain.
Mm-hmm.
You'd actually have to see him do it.
Is he on Amino, Tabletop Tony?
He's on and off it.
Okay, we should start a private reviewer chat for the Weekend Dojo, so that way we can converse and plan.
Well, we'll talk about that after we close out the stream, though.
Okay. Or we should start a private Amino for just us two.
Could work, or just like the dojo members. Yeah. Anyway, I'm thinking for your costume, I might commission this guy to make your costume as well.
Mm-hmm.
Now, because we're doing like a lot of stunt work in these, he can't put the warranty he would usually put on them.
Right.
But he will build them like there is a warranty on them.
Okay.
And if something does go wrong and it's nothing like major, it's not a big fix, he'll probably do it anyway.
Yeah. Okay.
So we might be able to commission your costume as well. All you have to do is send like a description of what you see in your head.
Okay.
And the person he works with, she has this talent of she can draw exactly what you imagine.
Okay. Well, you know what my suit looks like already. If you can, I all your judgment if you're up for telling her for me, since you're in contact.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, I kind of think that's gonna have to be it for tonight.
Yeah, I agree. I think it was good. But yes, next week we will be continuing, and we will be watching this week the Japanese Toku-CHAT-Su, War of the Gargantuas. And I think we'll get Chaz to watch Attack on Titan also, and we will see what he thinks of it next week. How does that sound?
That sounds pretty good. Okay, and don't forget to join us tomorrow. Don't forget to join us for Sunday night stream. Just as right on the morrow, because tomorrow we're talking Transformers.
Da-na-na-na-na.
Transformers, more than meets the eye. Anyway, don't forget to like us.
Close it with playing the Transformers theme, if you will, please.
Let's see if I can pick it out. It's probably a pentatonic scale. All right.
Did we get any Q&As or any people watching?
We got a couple people watching. They were saying hi.
Any other comments?
Christian Torres just agreeing with us generally.
Okay. Can you do the G1 theme, by the way?
I can't do that, dude. I can't do that. I don't have the picking skill for that.
I just convinced our anime club as VP that we can watch episode 1 of Generation 1 on Wednesday. Isn't that great?
I can't do it. Yeah, I think that is pretty cool.
Well, I think we can just close it for now.
Yep, don't forget to like us on Facebook and Twitter, folks, or follow us on Twitter. It's at weekend_dojo, all lowercase. On Facebook, we are just Weekend Dojo. If you go back to the Weekend Dojo channel page, you will see a list of featured channels in the sidebar, and we would be more than happy for you to subscribe to those because we love the company. Okay, Weekend Warriors, thank you so much, and as always, we'll see you later.
More phenomenal, everybody.